This is going to be my last video for 2025, and I'm going to be sharing all of the lessons that 2025 taught me. If this sounds like what you like to watch, definitely keep on watching. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this YouTube channel. My name is Orolua with a double A, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, don't forget to say hello to us in the comment section. I would love to meet you. Here on this channel, I do lifestyle content, motherhood content, and faith-based content. If this sounds like what you would love to watch, definitely subscribe. Please, please, please subscribe. So the first lesson that 2025 taught me is that relationships will thrive when you put in the work. So this lesson is not just for dating, marriage, and that category of relationship. I'm talking generally about relationships. Particularly for me this year, my relationship with a sister had its rough patches for about a couple of years now. And I'm talking about a sister from, a very long time, and it's been rough, it's been hard. But this year I would say that I put in extra work. I put in extra work, and I'm glad that it turned out better. Our relationship is thriving much better than it used to, as at least compared to last year and 2 years ago. Adulthood can be hard, especially when everybody's in different locations, everybody's trying to, do stuff for themselves, and you are genuinely busy. Everybody's just genuinely busy. It's not like you're trying to act busy. You're busy. Life is busy, so it can be hard. But the extra work, even though it wasn't so much, but the extra calls, the extra messages, putting it's like, just think of it like a jar, and putting constantly into that jar, putting something, a little drop, just putting something into that jar really helps the relationship. And it did help my relationship this year with my friend, and I'm super excited about that. But something I would say, guys, is if you've watched my video on different type of relationships, you will know that there are people that are your acquaintances, there are people that are your close friends, the really, really close one. Even Jesus Christ, among the 12 disciples, he still had those ones that were his, there's John the Beloved. Don't go and be putting the effort for John the Beloved for Judas Iscariot. It depending on what that relationship means to you, what that friendship means to you, um, put in the work that it needs. If you realize that this relationship is not meant to die, this relationship is meant to thrive, this relationship is good and is healthy, then put in the work. Because at the end of the day, for every type of relationship, everybody's bound to offend each other, everybody's bound to hurt each other, except we're all not being honest with ourselves. But where there is transparency, where everybody is really being open to themselves, offenses are bound to happen. But it doesn't have to be the end, especially when you know that this relationship is not meant to just crash or just die. If the work is required, put in the work. I'll leave a link to the video where I talked about the different types of friendships that exist, or relationships. Yes, I'll not talk much about that. Let's get right into the lesson number 2 that 2025 taught me. Don't box God within the limits of your own understanding, within the limits of what your mind can understand or fathom. Now, so for everybody, for me, for you, everybody is in one waiting season or the other, waiting for something, waiting to get something, waiting for something to happen. Everybody is in a type of waiting season. But maybe not everybody, but at least there's something that you're hoping for, something that you want. And sometimes it can be hard for you to wait and hope for something. And many of the times, you don't know when that is going to happen. You don't know how it's going to happen. But the lesson that 2025 taught me is not to box God within the limits of your own understanding. So, if you believe that you want to get something, believe God to give you that thing. Don't bother about how it is going to happen. Whether God is going to go through a straight road, Whether God is going to go through the hills and the mountain and the valley to give you that thing, you don't know. Whether God is going to take you through turns and curves and something before you get to that point, don't bother about it. As long as you are praying to God about something, you're trusting God about that particular thing, just don't bother boxing God about how it will happen. And the thing is, our mind, God has designed our mind for us to think. You would think, okay, God, is it how you did it for this person that mine is also going to come? Or because somebody got a certain thing in this way, you think, oh, mine too might follow that same course. Don't even bother stressing yourself. Take for instance, you are hungry, you want to eat, and you just want to eat and be full. Whether it's small chops God is going to give you so that you be full, you don't know. Whether it's pepper soup God is going to give you don't know. Whether God is going to prepare maybe pounded yam now, you don't know. The end goal is that you will not be hungry. The end goal is that you will eat and be satisfied. Maybe you even think that, it's like it's rice and turkey that I really, really want to eat now. And God now surprises you and gives you ofensala with maybe another thing. I don't know what they eat ofensala with. Maybe God now surprises you to give you that thing, in another way. And you realize that, oh, I'm actually really happy with this meal. I'm actually really happy that I got this thing in this way and not the egusi I was thinking of before, something like that. Do you get? So when you are trusting God for something, don't box God, because God is bigger than what we can imagine. And sometimes, like I said, our minds will work and we'll try to strategize and think, okay, maybe if I do it this certain way, I'll get this thing. No. Put in the work, but don't limit God. Don't limit, don't limit God. In fact, you can't even box God. God will do what he wants to do the way he wants it to happen. And that's really why you should just trust God. Yes, put in the effort, but trust God to give you that desired end, that desired thing that you want, however it wants to come. And I know it might be hard because we think, oh, if you're not doing anything, or sometimes God is just asking you to wait. And it's difficult because you want to, let's say you want to get to a certain point, and God just telling you, just wait first, just wait. And you think, I'm running out of time. I need to achieve this. I'm running out of time. I need to get this. I need to get this. And you're stressing out. You're stressing out because you want to get that thing. And God just saying, just wait first now, wait. It might be hard to wait. But if that is what God is asking you to do at that point, just rest. Just rest and wait. Don't even bother stressing yourself. That thing that you want at the end of the day is what you desire. And it will come. That's the point. It will come. As long as you trust God, it will come in due season. So don't box God within the limits of your understanding. Before I continue to the other things that 2025 has taught me, make sure to share something that you're grateful for, or something that 2025 has taught you and you like to share with me in the comment section. Please put it down. I'll be happy to read it and also learn. Okay? Thank you. Flowing from the other point I mentioned about, still the waiting season. In your waiting season, whatever it is you're waiting for, live, don't forget to live life in that season. And I'm talking about living the fullness of life. Like, live, be happy, smile, you know, rejoice. Rejoice in your waiting season. Don't put your life on hold in your waiting season. Live life to the fullest, to the maximum. If you are like me, many times I have the tendency of saying, I don't want to do this or that until I achieve a certain thing. Maybe I will now feel much more confident, or I'll now feel happy to do this and that and this and that. I can be like that sometimes. And earlier on this year, God was teaching me that, see, there's no point. There's no point being gloomy or saying you will not achieve certain things until you get that particular thing. If you get what I mean. So make sure to live life. I was telling myself, as at this time last year, I was telling myself that, oh, I needed to focus in a way. Focus, achieve something, achieve a certain thing, get something, and then I would now fully commit to service in my church here in the UK. And God was telling me, This is not what I'm asking you to do. I'm not saying you should not put effort to achieve the things you want to achieve, but I'm not telling you to withhold your service from me, which was I'm like, oh, I need time. I need time. The time I have is not even enough. I have to do this, do that, do this, do a lot of things in order to achieve what I want to achieve. And God was telling me, save, save. I left to me, I will put that on hold for a while. At the end of the day, I was glad I yielded and just said, you know what, I will just start serving in my church here in the UK. And I'm so, so glad. I'm so, so glad I did. If you are wondering, I'm still in my waiting season, but imagine if I had spent months, days, hours in worry, fear, anxiety. Doesn't add anything, doesn't add anything to my waiting season. It does not reduce my waiting season. So I am glad that, I yielded, spent time doing other things, spent time serving. And I have a couple of friends. If you watch that video of the staycation, you realize that we went with a couple of people, and I was just so glad that and I had people that said, well, let's just go and do something for ourselves. Living life, like living the fullness of life in the waiting season. And I will not have it another way. At the end of the day, if I had stayed at home, spending maybe 10 extra hours praying or worrying or calculating or thinking of what I want to do or how to get what I want, and just, putting myself in constant anxiety, it will not change anything. In that waiting season, just being all that God puts in your heart to be. Maybe God is putting it in your heart to start a business, to do content creation, or to even get married, and you're wondering, no, 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 I must achieve this, I must achieve a certain thing before I'll think of this or that thing. I must achieve this before I'll think of this. See, if God is asking you to start something now, there's no point waiting until you think it's going to be a perfect time. That's your calculation is it doesn't always add up. So if God is asking, just yield, and I promise you will not regret it. Another thing that 2025 has taught me is that starting all over is hard and it takes time. It takes time. In fact, not necessarily that it is hard, it just takes time. Yes, it's hard to be honest, but it takes time. And it's harder if you put yourself under so much pressure. So that's why I'm not taking out I'm not completely taking out the fact that it's hard, but I want to mostly emphasize on the fact that it takes time. This is 2 years in the UK for us. And imagine a 2-year old has certainly not understood everything that life has to offer or what life is even about. So I still consider myself as still being in the baby phase in the UK. So whether you're relocating to any country, wherever it's US, Canada, UK, anywhere, starting over takes time. The problem is when you begin to expect the results of somebody that's been in this country for 10 years when you are just 1 year in this country, or when you are just 3 years in this country. It takes time. Things, processes, results will show up in due course. Pleasure, the thought of getting things so early, you just want to achieve everything so early. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't put yourself under so much pressure, so that you will not you will not hurt yourself. That's the point. So it takes time. It takes time. Enjoy the baby steps. Enjoy the new beginnings. Enjoy this phase, because at the end of the day, you can't rush it. You can't rush a process. So I'll probably still watch this video maybe 3 years in this country, or 4 years, or I don't know. I'll probably watch this video again to remind myself. But yes, it takes time. I have plenty lessons, but I'm just going to be sharing with you guys 5. I'm going to be talking about it as a parent, as a mother, as a father. See, trust God to take care of your child. And I am saying this because I'm just almost 3 years as a mother. And I'm still learning, and I will still be learning. But in this my short years or months still as a mother, in 2025, I had choices to make. I had some choices to make as regards my family, career, what to do, how I want my family to be. And, God was leading me in another direction that I would naturally not pick. Left to me, I would not say I want to go this route. But God was saying, no, go that route. And for mostly for me, was I was worried for my daughter. But then when the direction was looking a certain way, and I was like, God, just help me. If this is what you are doing, just help me. And at the end of the day, far beyond, far beyond how I thought I would receive help, help came. Help came like it was better than I thought, better than I imagined, better than I imagined. So at the end of the day, God will not give you what will hurt you. God will not give you what will make your family suffer. So at the end of the day, yeah, trust God to help you with your children because it's God that gave them to you. And if you go back to God and say, God, is it that gave me this child? Oh? Is it that gave me this child? Oh, and I'm stressing out. Oh, just trust God to help you. And when the choices are hard to make, He will direct your paths. I'll put it like that. If you watched this video up until this point, thank you so much. But I'm going to add something. These trending videos on social media where people, content creators, or people in general are getting cakes and they're putting in the things that they've achieved in 2025. If you've had things that um, you are grateful for, things that 2025 has taught you, or things that you're not still happy about, let's make the comment section our cake board and put them down. Let's share together. If there's anything 2025 has taught you, I would love to learn as well. And if there's anything you're grateful for, also put it down. Let's make the comment section our cake board. For me, I am very, very grateful to God for 2025. Not how I planned it, because we did our end of the year review as a family. And definitely not what I planned. Some things that we ticked, we had some things that did not happen at all. We had some things that even exceeded what we wrote down. So at the end of the day, I am grateful. I am I'm so grateful for 2025. I'm so glad that God's mercy and God's goodness was very, very evident for me and my family in year 2025. You know, I'm so grateful to God. Feels like I'm sharing testimony in church right now, but yes, I will not have it any other way. And also, guys, I am grateful for you. I am grateful for you. Thank you so much for everybody that takes their time to watch my videos. If you've not liked this video, please like and subscribe. Let's help this channel grow. Thank you so much for being with me on this YouTube channel. Let's do so much more in 2026. If you've never shared my video, you can share this one because 2026 is going to be a great year for me, for you, for all of us, by the grace of God. I'll see you in the new year. Bye bye.